Welcome back to Artist Math.
What's your name?
My name is Kwame.
And who am I? True, but I'm also Professor Parker, right?
Yeah.
So your name is Kwame.
Professor Parker.
So you are Kwame. You're here with Professor Parker, your dad,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
And we're about to do some addition problems. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Make sure you share this video with multiple people. All right. And also, if you have any questions or comments about anything me and Kwame discussed in the video, make sure you put that in the comment section. All right. So we got 3 problems up here. Kwame, rotate around. Read number 1.
6 plus 6.
That's a 2, bro.
Oh.
You might not write your 2s like that. I noticed that with a lot of young people. Rotate. I noticed that with a lot of young people. Like they don't write their 2s like this, so they think that this is a 6. I need to talk to you. I need to help him recognize that this is a 2, and recognize the difference between a 2 written like this and a 6 written the traditional way that we write 6s. All right. So that's an activity for me and Kwame to work on.
Equals.
What does it equal?
Four.
Good work, my man.
I'm using the orange marker though.
So he says 2 plus 2 is 4.
Yep.
All right.
4 plus 4 is 8.
Wait, before you get to that, don't jump the gun. Put up 2 fingers.
Yoink.
Put up 2 other fingers.
Yoink.
All together, that's 4 fingers.
4.
Now, when we're doing an addition problem, these numbers are called add-ins. Say add-ins. Add-ins. Say it. Add-ins.
Add-ins.
Add-ins. And the answer is called a sum. Say sum.
Sum.
Sum. So we got add-ins and we got a sum. We got add-ins joined together to form a sum. All right. Now, go to number 2. Read number 2 and then tell us the sum. Read the add-ins in number 2 and then tell us the sum.
4 plus 4 equals 8.
My man. Fist bump.
Yoink.
Boom. And see, when you're practicing these things, see, that might seem like a small thing, right?
Yep.
Give my man a fist bump, right? But what you want to do is give your child positive reinforcement. Whenever they get correct answers, don't be one of them parents. And I know from experience, because I used to be like this sometimes, with like my oldest son, Nasim. Sometimes I wouldn't give him positive reinforcement because my assumption and my approach was you should be getting the right answer anyway. So why I got to celebrate you and congratulate you? Nah, don't do that. Get a positive reinforcement no matter what, right? Get a positive reinforcement. So, see how we learn? We learn.
I know what
A plus
A.
I know what A plus A
equals.
What does A plus 8 equal?
8 plus 8 equals 6.
That's actually a 2, bro. Like this. That's actually a 2.
Oh.
But that's a good effort, though. That's a good effort. Plus, you're going to write 16, right?
Yeah.
So you put the 1 first because there's 110 and 6 ones. 110 and 6 ones. And this is a good way to introduce place value. Conversation about place value. 16, you have 110. And then connect it, keep it going. Yeah, fist bump.
Yoink.
There you go.
I know now, all of them.
Let me show you something. Let me show you something else. Now, how do you know that 8 plus 8 is 16? Cap that up. How do you know that 8 plus 8 is 16?
Because I counted it in my brain.
Counted in his brain. All right. I'm going to show you another way to do it. And there are a lot of ways to find these sums.
Yep.
Right? With these equations. Okay?
America.
All right. So look, one thing you can do, I'm going to rewrite the problem over here. I'm going to write 8 plus 8. I'm going to use number bonds. Now, why are number bonds helpful? Number bonds is part of what people consider new math, or it's the Common Core math, right? Number bonds are helpful because one day your child will be in a chemistry class. Hopefully they'll be in a chemistry class one day. Learning chemistry, learning science. We need to understand science. We need to understand chemistry. And yes, you will use chemistry in real life, right? Do not be one of those people that think, when are you going to use that in real life? When am I going to use that? If you don't use chemistry in life, that means your life is unfulfilled, right? you're not paying attention to what's really going on around you. If you're not using chemistry, if you're not using physics, if you're not using biology, that means your life is unfulfilled and you're not actually paying attention to everything that's going on around you with as the seconds go by and the minutes go by. I'm gonna just keep it real with you. That might sound harsh, but it's the reality. Your life is unfulfilled if you're not using science. If your life is unfulfilled if you're not really using math, right? That means you're not really paying attention to what's going on around you. Why is that dangerous? Because there are people that are paying attention to what's going on around them, and they're gonna be the ones that's gonna take advantage of you. They're gonna be the ones. All right. It happens every day to millions and millions of people. But I digress. So number bonds are something that your child is gonna see. You don't give me this. Number bonds are something. Bonds are something that your child is going to see in chemistry class. All right. Also, when it comes time for your child to take algebra and they have to factor quadratic trinomials, right? They're going to want to. They're going to want to. One of the methods they'll use is where they have to break down an expression that's a trinomial into 4 terms. They're going to have to take the middle term, which is the linear term, and break it down into 2 terms. This also prepares them for that idea, right? So look, you pay attention. All right, this is for you. So we want to get to 10. So we want to turn this 8 into a 10. All right, we're going to use number bonds. We're going to turn this 8 into a 10. How do we turn an 8 into a 10? Using addition. We add 2. We add 2 to 8 to get to 10. Now the question is, where are we going to get the 2 from? We can't just pull it out of thin air. We're going to get it from this 8 right here. So we're going to break this 8 down into 2 plus 6. Number bond. 2 and a 6 make 8. 2 and a 6 make 8. Now don't write nothing. Don't write nothing. Now it's time to listen. Now it's time to listen and watch. Listen and watch. Listen with your ears. Watch with your eyes. Listen with your ears. Watch with your eyes. All right. We got 2 and 6. 2 and 6. So then I take the 8 and I connect it to the 2. Right? What's 8 plus 2, Kwame?
8 plus 2? I think 10.
You think correctly. So 8 plus 2 becomes 10. Now this and this together becomes 10. Now, but this plus 6, we still got this plus 6. So now we're going to do 10 plus 6. Now, do you know what 10 plus 6 is? Put 6 fingers up. Put 6 fingers up. Give me that. Put 6 fingers up. All right, so now count on from 10. Start with this finger. That's 11, right?
11,
count 12,
11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16.
So that means that 10 plus 6 is 16.
Yep.
All right, now, this is what people would consider the new math. I'm going to give you another reason why this is helpful to the people, right? In the peanut gallery, or maybe not even in the peanut gallery. The people that are just frustrated because they didn't learn math this way. Listen carefully, Kwame. Listen carefully. All right? They didn't learn arithmetic this way when they were young. One of the reasons that this is beneficial, and also, I will say this, a lot of schools, a lot of teachers, a lot of school districts did not do a good job of telling us why Common Core was beneficial, right? Now I'm about to tell you. I'm about to do what should have happened 15, 20 years ago, right? One of the benefits of understanding of using number bonds is that you create what's called an equivalent expression. All right, this guy. You're having too much fun right now. Equivalent expressions are very important. So now the child, Kwame, right? Kwame, stand up. I want Kwame to learn this way, right? In addition to more traditional ways that I might have learned 40 years ago, right? Because now he's beginning to understand that 8 plus 8 is equivalent to 10 plus 6, right? That's important for him to know. It's important to understand, bro, put that down, bro. It's important for him to understand equivalent expressions, all right? Because then he develops his mathematical fluency. He becomes more mathematically flexible, all right? Also, as a concept outside of a math classroom, it's important to understand in life when two things may look very different, because 8 and 8 don't look like 10 and 6. They totally different numbers, but they have the same sum, right? In life, we are always often confronted with situations where we have two things that don't look alike, but they are totally equivalent. And people will try to play you and play in your face and try to make you think, oh, this don't got nothing to do with that. This ain't the same as that. And if you don't have the analytical ability to read between the lines, you will get taken advantage of. This is my man. I love him. I don't want him to ever get taken advantage of. So this is why I'm making sure that he learns number bonds, right? Along with a host of other things in mathematics. And I think you would want that for your children too. All right? So stay tuned then. All right. Make sure you like, subscribe, share, comment, question, whatever. Right. And Kwame, you got anything to say? Because I got to leave. I got to go do a tutoring session. You got anything to say to the people?
Yep.
What you got to say? Let them know.
Make sure to put 100 subscribe buttons.
This guy. All right. Peace.